Hi, I'm Uri,
Hi, I'm Liam.
and today we'll be telling you all about Hobbs Creek in the Mystic Vale, located in the southeast corner of UVic campus on the traditional unceded territories of the Lukungun peoples.
Hobbs Creek is mostly a meandering creek system with point bars and cut banks, but it also contains a unique braided section with what appears to be an oxbow lake.
The creek is mostly groundwater fed, and during the rainy season flows into Mystic Pond, which eventually empties into Cadborough Bay and the Pacific Ocean. Here are the directions to get to the headwaters of Hobbs Creek from the Student Union building on UVic campus.
Walk south along Ring Road until you get to Cedar Hill Crossing via University Drive.
Take a left on Cedar Hill Crossing and walk down the road around 100 meters until you reach a clearing to the left behind a gate. This should be directly across the street from Henderson Park tennis courts.
Walk down the clearing past the potted trees until you reach Hobbs Creek Pump Station down a small slope to your right. This is a very noticeable landmark due to its unusual architecture and graffitied exterior.
Walk past the pump house and you should be at the creek.
This is the closest we got to the headwaters, as the real headwaters consist of a series of urbanized ponds which then flow into the ground underneath Cedar Hill Crossing.
We bushwhacked alongside the stream to view the first cut banks and quickly joined up with Mystic Vale Trail, which runs directly parallel to Hobbs Creek.
As you follow the trail, you should notice a variety of stream features.
Eventually, the creek reaches a marshy floodplain, and the velocity and discharge slows, eventually petering out and leaving the riverbed dry. Hobbs Creek is located in a CSB Köppen-Geiger zone, which is classified as a Mediterranean summer dry climate. This means that the average coldest month is below 18 degrees Celsius, but warmer than 0 degrees, and the warmest month is below 22 degrees, with at least 4 months above 10 degrees Celsius. This comes with a pronounced summer drought, with 70% of annual precipitation coming during the winter months.
The closest climate data we collected was from the monthly averages from 1981 to 2010 at the Victoria Airport. The month with the highest daily average temperature is July, with an average of 16.9 degrees Celsius, while the lowest average temperature is 4 degrees in December. The highest monthly average precipitation occurs in November with 152.6 millimeters, while July receives the lowest monthly average with 17.9 millimeters. The mean monthly average precipitation for 1981 to 2010 is 73.6 millimeters annually, noticeably lower than the other coastal regions in British Columbia due to the rain shadow caused by the Olympic Peninsula.
Depicted here is the daily discharge data for Goldstream River in Goldstream Provincial Park, taken from January 2008 to December 2008. It is overlaid with the previously mentioned precipitation data from 1981 to 2010. While it is not Hobbs Creek, this graph should give a general idea of seasonal discharge rates in the creek, as the data site is similar in size and close to the greater Victoria area. The local topography around Hobbs Creek varies. In certain areas, mainly close to the cluster neighborhood on the UVic campus, there is a very steep slope leading down to the creek on both sides, creating a ravine. The slope ranges in steepness from 19 to 35 degrees along all parts of the creek.
From the head of the creek coming out of Cedar Hill Crossroad, it is 56 meters above sea level with a 4-degree slope, and the creek ends 9 meters above sea level. The topography affects the velocity of the stream, as the creek starts at a higher elevation. Braided rivers are a type of river that form a network of many branches within a channel. The branches look like small individual streams inside of a larger creek bed. They form when rocks and sediment build up on the riverbed.
A meander is a bend in a river channel. Meanders form when water in the stream erodes the banks on the outside of the channel and subsequently deposits sediment on the inside of the channel. This creates landforms called cutoffs, which jut out onto the creek bed as the stream meanders.
Cut banks are found in abundance along meandering streams. They are located on the outside of a meander opposite the inside of the bend. They are shaped much like small cliffs and are formed by the erosion of soil as the stream collides with the riverbank.
A point bar is a depositional zone that accumulates on the inside bend of creeks, streams, and rivers below the slip-off slope. Point bars are usually found on the opposite side of the stream from a cutbank and usually occur in meandering streams.
While exploring Hobbs Creek, we were surprised to find many different intricate systems. We found it interesting that it was all found so close to where we work, study, and live.
We found a multitude of different features, including meanders, braids, islands, cutbanks, and even an oxbow lake. This project was a very helpful learning tool as we were able to see and interact with the features that we had been learning about in lecture.
Being able to observe how they work in an actual creek helped us to learn more about how they are formed and how systems in the stream system have an influence.